Formula One's always way more exciting when there are two teams kicking lumps out of each other. And while we're enjoying the Mercedes-Red Bull fight on track so far in 2021, the rivalry's being nicely stoked off it as well. Red Bull's recruitment of Mercedes engine personnel to head up its new engine company has sparked plenty of headlines and even a healthy war of words between Mercedes chief Toto Wolff and his Red Bull counterpart Christian Horner. But this isn't just the usual point scoring between F1 team bosses, it's the beginning of an off-track war that'll rumble on for some time as Red Bull embarks on its ambitious bid to finally build its own F1 engine. We'll be covering that protest in detail right here, so make sure you're subscribed to the race to stay in the know, and if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up at any time. A quick catch up for anyone who doesn't already know, Red Bull has started its new Powertrains company to take over the running of Honda's engine from 2022 when the Japanese manufacturer withdraws from F1. The priority beyond that will be building the first ever Red Bull F1 engine for 2025. Red Bull says it's had hundreds of responses to job adverts for that F1 engine program, but the initial recruitment drive has attracted multiple Mercedes personnel, and that's the key move for now. The new Red Bull Powertrains company first announced Mercedes high-performance powertrains head of mechanical engineering Ben Hodgkinson as its first technical director, before a further 5 signings from its chief rival were revealed. Red Bull Racing team boss and CEO Christian Horner told us that Red Bull had had more than 600 responses to what he called a basic advert just to cast the net out and see who's out there. There's no public target for how many new members of staff Red Bull intends to hire, but Horner sees Mercedes HPP as an obvious pool to recruit from, and the announcements will not stop with the 6 names revealed so far. Horner said, "I've been absolutely chuffed with the take-up we've had. We've got some real talents. These guys are at the top of their game from within the industry. Mercedes HPP have done such a strong job over the last 15 to 20 years, they've been an obvious place and a UK base for us to attract talent from." Red Bull's so far been putting its senior leadership setup in place, which relies on extensive F1 experience. There's roughly 30 miles between HPP's Brixworth base and Red Bull's site in Milton Keynes, so why would Red Bull start looking anywhere else? The exact makeup of Red Bull Powertrains will be guided by the final set of 2025 engine rules and how much in-house manufacturing Red Bull takes on. Red Bull is also taking over Honda Racing Development's Milton Keynes personnel as part of the deal to continue the aborted Honda program from 2022, and there's the potential for Red Bull Racing personnel to move across to the Powertrains part of the business. But for now, the focus is on assembling what Horner calls the core team and getting the necessary experience of the infrastructure required to build F1's complex V6 turbo hybrid engines. He says that's our best chance of hitting the ground running, to bring in some real talent with existing Formula One experience. They won't be bringing IP with them, but they've all been long-timers at Mercedes HPP, and they've produced the benchmark engine over the years. So that's fantastic for us. When you're starting from scratch with a clean sheet of paper, you want to bring in as much talent as you can. That all makes perfect sense, and if that means gutting or trying to gut Mercedes HPP, then that's exactly what Red Bull's going to do. The new Red Bull project and recruitment drive targeting Mercedes probably means there's no better time to be an engineer with F1 engine experience than right now, especially if you're already employed by Mercedes HPP. This is exactly the sort of situation that can create a bidding war and might just allow certain members of staff to name their price. That's been the implication from both sides so far. Red Bull's Helmut Marko has claimed Mercedes doubled salaries to stop people leaving, but Wolff says some Mercedes members have rejected lottery numbers to join the rival project. Wolff claims Red Bull has targeted around 100 Mercedes personnel and recruited more than the 6 revealed so far, but insists many others have opted to stay with Mercedes. He told Sky F1, "It's good to see that they are really loyal, the ones that have been approached. There's such an overwhelmingly larger number than the ones that were lured away. Seeing that loyalty and integrity confirms the values of this group. There were some really good people that were approached with lottery number paychecks and they haven't even thought about it twice." Mercedes plans to promote from within to fill the vacancies created by the departures and insists it will not destabilise the 900-strong Brixworth engine operation at all. Wolff says the process has worked almost like a natural selection because the performance comes from the power of the group and not single individuals, and Mercedes has been able to eliminate potential weak links. Unsurprisingly, Red Bull sees it differently. Its recruitment strategy will diversify in time, with plans to develop young talent by working with universities. But for now, Horner claims the primary reason people are choosing Red Bull over Mercedes is the opportunity. Red Bull's sparing no expense, and extensive construction work has started at Red Bull's campus in Milton Keynes to make room for its new engine facility with state-of-the-art equipment supplied by Austrian technology specialist AVL. A major order has been placed to equip the new facility with several engine test benches which have the capability to test combustion engines as well as electric powertrains. Single-cylinder test benches have also been ordered to develop the engines around the new so-called e-fuels that will start to be introduced in F1 from next year. The argument from the Red Bull side is that people are simply excited to be part of what Horner calls probably the most exciting engineering business being built in the UK at the moment. Aside from the back and forth over Red Bull hitting Mercedes where it hurts by recruiting some of its workforce, one specific comment from Wolff seemed to get under Horner's skin. Wolff said it would be logical for the Volkswagen Group to explore an F1 engine program in collaboration with Red Bull for 2025, and that it made sense for Red Bull to be pursuing this project with a view to making that happen. That annoyed Red Bull, which is keen to stress the narrative that this is purely its own project, and also they felt that Wolff was meddling in matters that didn't concern him. Red Bull's priority is preparing to build its own engine in 2025 when F1 will have new engine rules. Although the 2025 regulations aren't expected to be a huge departure in terms of architecture or technology to the current V6 turbo hybrids, there is an ambition to make them much cheaper to attract a new manufacturer. That's kind of already worked given Red Bull's committed to this project, but the wider objective is another automotive company being tempted into Formula 1. The VW Group has been long linked with a potential F1 program. It's currently competing in Formula E with the Porsche and Audi brands, and both those manufacturers are developing cars for the World Endurance Championship's new top-tier sports car rules as well. Volkswagen has been considered the likeliest entity to join F1 from 2025, and Wolff said that Red Bull's decision to establish its own engine company boosted the chances of getting one of the VW brands involved. He described the Red Bull strategy as not stupid, as it had put the company in a position to decide at any moment if they want to stick with their own power unit or partner a manufacturer. Wolff said, Volkswagen Group has a historic connection with Red Bull all over the platforms, and it's just logical that they're going to look at a relationship with Red Bull. The arrangement Red Bull have on the IP side with Honda really makes sense. They're taking over the IP and developing the new power unit into 2025. It could stay within Red Bull, or it could go to Porsche or Audi. Overall, it makes sense what they do. But as Red Bull is making an enormous financial commitment with its new Powertrains division, the implication it would do all that just to let another manufacturer come in and take credit seemed to annoy Horner. He suggested Wolff was talking out of turn by commenting on Red Bull's affairs, responding, "Toto always likes to think he knows what's going on in other people's business. Perhaps he needs to think about his own." What do you reckon? Is this sour grapes from Mercedes, or will Red Bull take a bit of a swing and a miss by paying through the nose for people Mercedes isn't bothered about losing? Let us know in the comments, like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you want to show us even more support, then think about subscribing if you haven't already done so.